Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of our Motorsport Manager Create a Team playthrough. Now, if you don't know what a Motorsport Manager is, it's basically a game where you manage a motorsport team. Anyway, we're going to create a new team. I've not played this game before. Well, I briefly played this game before setting up this. So I've got a basic idea what's going to happen. I don't want to do the single seater series. I want to do the GT series. Now these are both relatively new DLCs for the game, the creating team and the GT series, and we're going to start at the bottom tier. So we are going to create a team, and it's going to be called Blue Bull Racing, kind of like Red Bull but for blue balls. We're going to be from the United Kingdom. This is my little character here. We are an ex-driver because why not? As I said, I have played this briefly, and we're going to go with the team colours that I had before, which were these. And we're going to change the logo to... what do we like the look of? I like the look of that one, I have to say. That's an F1 car, so we can't really go with that. So I think we're going to go with the crescent. The team uniform, clearly, got to be the blue, and I think black. Yeah, look at that, that's pretty cool. Now the car livery. Because I have played around with this once before, I do have a rough idea of what I like and where I want us to be. I'm kind of thinking we don't go for the Union Jack, which is what I had previously. I'm not fancying the Angel Wings. I think we're going to go with this bad boy here. I'm just enjoying it. So we're going to take our Blue Ball Blue. Trim colour is going to be a darker blue, and a tertiary colour, blue, and blue. Or should we go for something a little bit? Oh, lime green. Lime green. I'm kind of liking the lime green. We're going to go with the lime green. I didn't really want to originally, but looking at this side, I think it's pretty damn good. Yeah. So that's our car. Our sponsor colours. Now, I guess black, and this is light sponsor and dark sponsor. We've gone the other way around, but it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. So yeah, that is our car. This is our team, and we're going to jump into it. Have you finished editing your new team? Yes, I fucking have. So you get 3 different investment offers. We're not going to read into them. They're basically banks. This one's low pressure, and they expect you to finish 10th. This one's medium pressure, they expect you to finish 8th. This one I'm assuming they expect you to finish 6th. 3-star chassis, small starting package. 40% team marketability, medium starting package. Pre-built for test track, large starting package. Now we're going to go with the medium one, because we are Blue Ball Racing. Let's skip that. I'm going to cut out... I'll cut out the fucking loading screens myself individually, won't I? So, welcome to the homepage. Now, what do we have? So we've got our team here. We've got our 2 drivers, Casino and Lehane. Champion's Happiness, how secure we are. Where we're sitting in the rankings at the minute, which is, like, doesn't really matter because we've not started yet. Worst car on the grid. Second worst drivers on the grid. Headquarters aren't too bad. Worst stuff on the grid. And no sponsors. So, we're going to get straight into the mail. This is basically our overriding chairman, despite the fact we're team owners. Get everything started. Targets for the season. We're going to go for 8th. We're going to ask for... I reckon we can do 8th. 10th is last, basically. I think pushing, getting the extra bit of money might help us. So that's what we're going to do. Scouting report. Our drivers are awful. Our designer is awful. Our mechanics are awful. Yeah, we're going to do that. So, I played around with this briefly. So... you get an electronic boost basically, so it charges up throughout, a bit like a dynamo. Then you hit this button here and you get like an extra performance boost. This button here isn't available to us to begin with. This is basically a hybrid mode, so when that is active you use less fuel. Simple. 3-stage qualifying, yeah, basically there's 3 parts to the qualifying, and then the top 10 drivers need to use the races they finished on. So if your tyres ended up being at 25% degradation, you need to start a race on them, which is amazing, really, you know. First thing we know, before we get into anything else, is we're going to upgrade our factory. It's £8 million it's going to put us down here. But it means we can basically make our parts better from the off. And that's important. We can get more parts going at any one time. And talking about parts, we're going to start improving our parts. So we're going to get the engine reliability up. And we're also going to... I don't know, actually. I think we will go into gearbox reliability first, performance first. So we're going to make sure that the engines are really, really good. Yeah, that'll do. But we're also going to design a new part. Now, we are the worst for everything, but something tells me we should probably go for the engine first. It's the most expensive part, but we're going to go with it. We don't need to worry about upgrading our rear spoiler. There we go, we'll take that for £1,050,000. Yeah, the spoiler is a set part. We don't get to change that, unfortunately, so that's the thing. So let's head into the scouting. We're going to look at designers first. Now, it's about affording people. So these guys are only £1,000 per race, but they are bad. Bad. So we need someone who can improve us. Now, as I said, the spoiler is not a thing, so we don't need someone with 19 ability on their spoiler, or 16. 6 in engine, 10 gearbox. Brakes and suspension are good. Spoilers, too much in the spoiler there. Wayne Bellows, maybe. Maybe Wayne Bellows. Maybe. See, it's just the suspension that's letting them down there. Everything else is quality. I mean, I think I'd rather take average across the board than, 2 good things and shit everywhere else. Now, Katie Paulson, 17 engine, 15 gearbox, and 8 on 9 on suspension, which is kind of average. 0 on spoiler, but that doesn't matter. She's also unemployed, so we're going to put in for her. So what's she got here? Good components take no time to build. Nice. Risk level -1. Nice. I'm assuming that's just for that level. Let's start these negotiations then. So let's add all this stuff in. She doesn't want a long contract. No, we're going to go for a middle contract. We're going to offer you, what's the maximum we can offer you? 90 grand. So we're going to offer you about 48. And we can offer you 300,000 there. So we'll give you 150. And then if we finish 6th or above, you can get full whack of 60 grand. How about that? So we get basically up here. You can obviously have a picture of her stats and that. This is if she's got an existing contract. This is where it changes. As you can see, it says here their expectations. So she wants good wages, a long contract, a signing on fee, and the bonuses aren't very important. This here, the more X's they have, the more patience they have. We've basically got 2 opportunities to try and get her on team. Hopefully we'll get her first time around. So now we're going to look at some mechanics. Now, our current team, don't think so. So we're going to look at maybe getting someone better in. That's free, hopefully. Doesn't look like there's much in the way of decent and free. So who we got here? Peter Stevens. Now, part fixes is okay, performance is okay, pit stops is terrible. Part fixes are terrible, pit stops are okay. We may have to buy someone out. Pit stops are terrible. I want someone with decent part fixes and pit stops. I mean, this guy could be alright. He's free, it's just his performance, chemistry and reliability are terrible. Let's have a look, see what these do. Does it actually say? Reliability stat determines how quickly a part's reliability is improved throughout part development. Okay, we need that. Determines likelihood of mistakes during a pit stop. We don't want that. Performance. Right, okay, so we don't want you. We kind of want a more all-round average kind of guy or girl. Doesn't really matter. we went for the part fixers, we'd have had you. Danny Cox. Oh, I should also point out, these hollow stars are where they can improve up to. So, this guy, for example, is currently 2.1 stars, but he's potentially going to be 3.5 stars. So, these are the kind of guys we want on longer contracts. Now, Gianni Benvenuti, we'll see 30 grand per race. It's got a bit of improvement to go. Could be a very, very good person. I think we're going to go for this guy. We're going to offer a contract, and you are interested. Lovely. So his existing contract's 30 grand, and he wants a medium contract. He wants us to pay his buyout clause as well. We'll see if we can get an even split on it. We'll offer him just shy of 40 grand. Maximum signing on fee of 60, so we'll give you 30. Saying that, if we can do that, I'd rather give him a big signing on fee and then bring our sort of like payments down, if that makes sense. So our initial outlay is higher, but our like long-term outlay is lower, which I think is quite good. So he wants a medium contract. I'd rather give him a long one because of his ability, but we'll go with medium. That's fine. Wages are 36,666. He wants us to pay it all, but we're going to see if we can get an even split down the middle there. We're giving him 60 grand sign-on fee, so that's maximum. And the bonus size, he says, is quite important. So we're going to go for 4th and above, 60 grand. So hopefully we're good enough to have to pay it. But if we're not good enough to pay it, then we haven't got to pay it, which is nice. So we get 5 shots with him. We just need another engineer now. So we had Gianni Benvenuti. Jourdain Baudet. No. Sally Cooper. No. No. Computer says no. No. Chemistry's shit. But we're going to try. 180 grand to break a contract. She's interested too. And she's an Irish redhead hottie. So, she's on 36 grand. Let's offer her 40. Long contract. She's got the ability to go up to 4 stars. Fine. Got even split. She's happy with the even split. Let's see if we can get her to pay it all, actually. We'll get a few attempts of her. No, 4th. 43. 40. Let's try that. Let's try that. If she doesn't want that, we can just chuck it here. Do the even split. But I'd like to see if we can get her to pay it all if possible. Chemistry's low, but the rest of it, like the part fixers, the performance, pit stops, are all good. So we can change those guys over. So now, scouting. Our drivers. Who do we have? We have Bill Lehane, who's very good at smoothness and overtaking. So should we have a quick look? So braking's self-explanatory, isn't it really? It's how well they brake. Cornering's how well they corner. Smoothness, however, impacts their tyre wear, which is very, very important, actually, I would say. Overtaking, self-explanatory. Consistency is how good they are. So as you can see, it's whether they do like 52 seconds for every lap, or if it's like they do 52 seconds when they do 48 seconds and they do like a minute and 2 seconds. So that's basically that. Adaptability, just yeah. So don't worry about that. Feedback's important because we need to know how good the car is doing when we're qualifying and practicing. Fitness, yeah. If they've got poor fitness, then they're going to struggle at the later part of it. And focus is how good they are, and they won't make mistakes. He's dumb, so his adaptability and feedback is down. Other driver, Arturo Casino, I'm not that keen on him. His feedback's good, but I'm not that keen on him. Fitness is good too. I've had problems with this driver in the past. When I was doing my original playthrough, Lehane was really, really good. Casino kept coming last. I mean, when I say really, really good, for Lehane, he was like 11th place finishes. So, but we're going to see if we can get some new drivers in now. Peter Stevens isn't an improvement. There's not much here that will be an improvement. That's going to be free. So, oh, this ain't drivers, is it? Let's go to drivers. So we've got scout drivers, unfortunately. So that's a thing. We're going to go by cost per race. Oh, that reminds me. Let's go to headquarters. New buildings. And we are going to build a scouting facility for 2.2 million. It basically means we've got more drivers available for us to look at. So the scouting facility is under construction. Do we know how long it's going to take? We don't know how long these are going to take, do we? Okay. So we've got 6 million to play with now, so we will be hemorrhaging money to begin with. I will let you know now. So let's go cost per race. Let's go to the bottom first. So smoothness is somewhere between 13 and 20. Adaptability is 1 to 8. So if his smoothness is 20, his consistency is 16, his feedback's 13, he could be good. So we're going to scout him. Vanessa Silveira, 17-year-old. Well, we'll scout them anyway. I'd quite like a young team to improve with. I'm not liking the look of these ones so far. This guy, I like the look of. I got the feeling he's going to be an expensive driver though. Terrible, 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 terrible. Come on, it's got to be someone good who's cheap. All I want is cheap and very, very good. Is that too much to ask for? Quality and low cost. It's like fresh pasta, you know. It's quality but low cost. So, looking at this guy, smoothness is terrible, cornering is terrible, braking is terrible, but he's got decent stats, obviously, in overtaking, fitness and focus. You know, it's just, we want an all-rounder. Bao Tang. Bao Tang. Details unavailable. I don't know why I'm scouting him. I get the feeling he may have a good ability. I think I remember seeing him once before. Let's scout you, Chris Cannon. You seem like you could be a nice little driver. Jakob Versu. Yeah, you could be a good driver as well. Not sure about your adaptability and feedback there. Like the look of Gregorio Suero. Alex Rogers, no. Woofrath. Yeah, we'll scout you. I think we're going to go for one more person to scout. Maybe two. Let's get Al Sadat scouted. Go for one more. Smoothness 14 to 20, overtaking 12 to 20, cornering, braking, feedback's low, focus is high. We'll have a look at this guy. So we're going to scout these fuckers. We will be doing the first race in this. We haven't got any sponsors available to us yet, and we'll be leaving the sponsors until the last minute before the race. So we've got a couple of contract proposals here, free contract proposals here. Hopefully they're just happy to go with it straight away. So Roberts is nearing the end of his contract, doesn't matter. Oh, we've got an interview. Congratulations on joining Blue Ball Racing. Are you interested in doing an interview for Channel 6? Yes. Certainly picked a tough task for his first job. Are you expecting to pick up many points at all this season? Quietly confident. Nice, got a morale increase. Arturo Casino is seen by fans as top driver. Do you agree with that? Oh, I don't know. Better driver, big fan of Bill Lahane, number one. They're both shit, or they're both okay. Let's go with both okay for a nice morale increase. Expected to finish 10th in the team's championship. Is that accurate, or do you think you can do any better? No, we'll do better than that. Prediction seems fair, but I'm hoping we're going to surprise you. Nothing. All-time fan favourite at the race. Oh yeah, by the way, my character's background, he's an ex-driver. You get certain bonuses depending on your background, so an ex-driver gets increased feedback. And I can't remember, there was something else as well, but still. We'll go with that for an increase in the morale. So they're 90%, 79% in morale. Contract negotiations from Isabel Bishop. So she wasn't happy with. She was happy with everything else other than the even split. That's fine. We can go even split. Let's offer her 47. Let's go 43 actually. Person pays it all because these are green. That's green. It's just this here. So what did we offer before? It was 40. I'll go 47. Ask her to pay it all. Still. That's fine. So we've got Gianveni Benvenuto. Interesting. Let's go back to the table. So everything else is fine. He said he'd prefer us to pay it all, but we'll go to 43 with him. And then we've got our engineer, designing engineer. Let's go back to the Alright. I'll be back in a second, guys. I'm getting an important phone call. Hello? How you doing? unfortunately I've got a fair bit on, I'm afraid. Yeah. If it weren't for the fact I've got a couple of bits on, I would have done. While I've got you on the phone, I was going to ring up anyway. Am I still on a spare tomorrow, 10 o'clock start? Yeah, no problems. Sweet. Yeah, there's nothing to change when I was in the other day. I just wanted to double check, make sure nothing had. Alright, yeah, sorry I can't help you out though. You take care. Mate. And we're back. That was work. Got a lot of work getting involved. So we're going to carry on renegotiating. We're going to offer some more on a signing on fee. We've given her a bit extra here. We're going to go to 60. This is our last chance, so we're going to try our hardest to get her here. So, report on the upcoming race. So we've got Vancouver in 7 days' time. We've got a new part that's going to be ready, but we won't be able to use because we're going to have to improve it first. So, actually, let's have a look at our headquarters. So we've got 19 weeks for the factory, 11 weeks for the scouting facility. So we've got a long time before we can actually get some proper improvements going. Reliability on our engine's improving. I'm wondering if actually we take away reliability on our engine and put it into the gearbox. Reason being, as soon as we get a new engine, this is not going to matter, is it? Basically. So we'll carry on with the second engine and get on with that. So let's have a look at this contract proposals. We've got the engine finished now. Test track. Yeah, we'd love the test track, but we can't afford it. So we have got a new race mechanic, and we are going to sign her on now. It has increased the amount of money we're paying out from 1,000 to 47,000, but it's fine. It's fine. We need to improve our team. So if we was to look now at home, our staff, we're still bottom. Oh, it was a big increase. Financial manager, extremely concerned about the status of the team's finances. A long way to go this season. The coffers start looking healthy. Need to make the money last. That's right. So we don't actually earn money per race other than what we get from the sponsors. So we've got to be careful on what we spend. Like, very careful on what we spend. Fine. Engine build is finished. Lovely stuff. Let's improve these parts. Now, where have we done that? Let's take this away, put it into here. So yeah, 40% on reliability, and performance is only 5 out of 41. So the performance is much better than what we started off with, but it needs to be better. So hopefully Gianni's going to say yes. Oh, you wanker. Alright. 46, 49. So we'll do that. We'll pay it all. Everything else is green. You're going to be happy. Oh, dude, that's maximum though, that's the thing. Well, I'll pay it all, look, but you need to just deal with it. You're getting a big pay increase here. Have one sponsor available to us. 4 races, 450 up front, 85 grand per race. We'll take that. It's fine. I'd rather have waited till we've got more sponsors available to us, but you know, you can't. Beggars can't be choosers, can they? So we've got these 3 getting scouted still. It's going to be a couple of weeks. This guy, I've got a feeling, is going to be way too expensive for us, but we'll see how it goes. We'll get straight into this race. We are going to do the qualifying and the practice. So let's get into this race straight off. Let's skip this bollocks. You know what I'm like, I don't like to do with bollocks. So we will skip past a lot of stuff. Like, well, the bollocks. Like loading screens and like this. Except this one, because I'm talking over it. Yeah. But anytime there's a video sequence come up, I will skip over them. Anytime there are phone calls that turn up, I will skip over them. Anytime we've got any loading screens, I'll skip over them. If I can click on it to skip it, we will skip it. Feedback is higher on our reserve driver, but we're going to stick with our main driver, Mr. Lehane here. So we're going to change the setup. So we've got green bits, which is where we need to try and fit it into, and this one's not even fitted in there. So, but we also need to look. So if we look at this track here, we can see we've got a couple of long stretches. So we're probably going to want some top speed. But we've got a lot of sharp corners, so we need to have a bit of oversteer. So it says it needs top speed, but well, we need to bring down the acceleration. If we bring the ballasts, we'll bring the ballast forward. Get that there. We'll see how this looks. You get a few attempts at this. No chance of rain coming up. We'll stick on super softs, and we'll do the same with this guy. So we'll get super softs. Let's get that down. Assume that's going to be... yeah, we'll have a look at that. See how it goes. Stay on the super softs. Now, I'm going to stay on the super softs. We're going to go with what's called a race trim. Now, if you see up here, you've got active knowledge. So, depending on how well you're doing, you can get bonus increases. So, if you've got a race trim, you'll get like a 15% increased performance. Same with super soft tyres. Now, there are other things as well. So, your mechanics can get particular bonuses that will help you out. There's like a refueling bonus that makes refueling 50% faster, which is kind of helpful. But this is the practice. I'm going to send straight out. We're going to be on the race trim, as you can see here. Tyre choice isn't changed. So off you fuck. And same for this guy. He's on the race trim on super soft, so off you fuck too. Now, something that comes up I've not played around with yet is a thing called, well, you'll see it up here in a minute, because this is GT, he says. Oh wait, it's practice, not qualifying. You'll see it in qualifying. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead now. But we're going to push this up speed-wise. We don't really want to fuck around too much in practice. We just want to learn what we need to learn. So we're going to get them both pushing really, really heavy on the strategy, getting those tyres really hot, using up the fuel, getting as many laps in our 12 minutes as possible. We also want to get the active knowledge up. So there's 3 levels for each one as well. So super soft tyres. We've got perfect gear ratios and superb handling. So yeah, so super soft tyres, you can get 5%, 10%, 15%, same with the race trim, depending on what level you reach, up to level 3. At the minute, we're the only people to have... oh no, we've got the fastest laps so far. This is good news. So, let's get this slowed down. Lehane, once he's... right, so Casino wants the ballast pushed forward. And we're about to hit level 1 for our trim and tyres. There we go. So, we're going to get Casino in. He's got the fastest lap so far. And then, once he's come in, we'll get Lehane in. And we'll fet around with his... let's get you going medium and neutral. Same for you. Yeah, we can improve the handling, mate. It's fine. Just stop whinging about it, you know. Actually, we'll have to bring them both in, I think, at the same time. But that's fine. It's not going to cause any issues. It's not like we've got a proper pit stop race going on. So, let's send you out. So we had a great. Now, it goes from very poor, okay, good, great, excellent, I believe. So, great is pretty good. This, however, we need to work on. So, we want to get the ballast pushed forward, I think, and we probably want to go with oversteer. We want to try and keep this exact. So we can carry on. Use new tyres. We're frivolous like that. Get this moving forward again. So we've got good, and very poor. So I know he said he wants the ballast to move forward, so that's what we're going to do from the off. And we're going to push it quite a way. Speed balance. I assume we want there. Handling, he may want a bit more oversteer. That's okay, we can mess around with this. Keep the same tyres, they're not as knackered, because this smoothness is better. Let's push that forward. If we can get to level 2, I'll be happy. I can't see us making level 3, but that's fine. We've still got the 3rd and 4th fastest laps of the practice, which bodes well. Let's face it, it does bode well. Let's have a look at Casino, as he is our faster driver at the minute. So we're about to get. So he's happy with his cornering, and we're about to get a flying lap going on. We're not far away from getting our level 2 up there, as you can see. So let's go overtake attack and overtake attack again. I know that there we go, race trims and soft tyres level 2. Weight distribution, he's happy with that now. Obviously I know the speeds, well, the track, right, so the handling's worse. Okay, we'll bring you in. Get your handling sorted out, mate. So yes, I know the speeds don't matter. They track times in practice, but it's nice to get a rough gauge of where we can be. Feeling much better for the handling. Slow you down so I ain't fucking around. So handling's very poor. Now, fortunately, we can look at our previous setup. So this is where we are now, the yellow line, and those little orange arrows are where we were. So as we can see, ballast has got better by moving it forward further to the left, and we've got worse with the steering by moving it further to the right. So we're going to get our steering to there, a bit more, and we're going to get the ballast a little bit further down, and then if we can get this here. So let's have a look in comparison. So that was poor, so we've gone a little bit further on the good, a little bit further on the poor, so hopefully that's going to do us the job. Yeah, we'll stick with these tyres, send you out. I didn't see what he said there. Let's get you brought in, mate. We'll get you in. We'll have a quick look, and we'll mess around and send you out again. I don't think we're going to get a full lap. Well, we're not going to be able to get a flying lap out of Lahane, but we can practice. We can do it in qualifying as well. We can fuck around with it, and it just gives us the opportunity to get some knowledge in. Right, so handling is now excellent, and the gear ratios, etc., are the speed balance. Sorry, is great. So the cornering has improved, as you can see. So we just want it to go, I think, that a little bit further to the left by moving this ballast just that bit more forward. If we can get the ballast even further forward, we can then do this. Yeah, so these are going to stay the same. This will hopefully go to at least good, and we're going to be 17 seconds fucking around like this, but that's fine. We're not going to have enough time to get to level 3. We're not far off it, as you can see. Hopefully we can get out there, maybe push it. Casino has got a lap to work with by the looks of things. We've got 5 seconds to get that. We're not going to do it. Oh, we did manage it. Fantastic. So we've got race level trim, level 3. So that's a 15% increase in our performance on our super softs and our race trim. Now, 15% increase in performance is very useful, let's face it. So yeah, as you can see, good. So we're going to, when it comes to the qualifying, we're going to push it that a little bit further to the left again, just a tad, see if we can get it to great. So 4th and 5th fastest laps in the practice. So does the track here in Vancouver suit blue ball racing car or something? Don't know. Maybe we're just a fucking quality team owner. It's pissing it down though, so we're not going to be able to get our 15%. Oh dear. Like, auto pick for this, we're going to go to super soft tyres, even though we're not actually going to go to super soft tyres. Intermediates are going to be a fucking no-no. We're going to go straight into wets. So we know that we can go a little bit further to the left. Is it to the left? Yeah, to the left with our handling. That's what we're going to do. Cornering. Probably go a little bit further to the left as well there. And can we get this? There we go. So that will hopefully do us proud. So you're ready to run rumble. Your cornering's good, but we can get it better. So let's drop it to there. That little change may be all the difference that we need. We're going to go straight into wets as well, because if we can see, you can see how much higher this is going to get. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see my fucking hand. And it dips down after the first few minutes, but that's fine. We just need, it'll be 2 laps. It's a flying lap, then it's a lap, and then they come in, and we can switch to wets afterwards, wets intermediates afterwards. So you can send out, yeah, send out, yeah. So you'll have something come up here that I was talking about a minute ago, and it's something to do with like air cooling optimization. Now I haven't got a clean air optimization. I haven't got a clue what to do with this, so I'm just going to stick it on auto and hope for the best. We only need to do it this once. They will do it themselves when they next go out. So they're both overheated at the minute there, both overheated there at the minute. Come on boys, get it sorted out. Overheated and cold, overheated and perfect. So they're both starting their flying laps. So we will be first and second to at least begin with, because we were the first guys out. But we'll see how it goes. I do like our team colours, to be fair. The pale blue and the white. The splash of lime green. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, see, they're coming back in as well. So they're both coming back in. We've already switched down to third and fourth. Cellier is slower than us, so is Minzer. Now we need to get above the threshold here to stay in for the next round of qualifying. We can do it potentially, especially with lap times like this. We're actually doing a lot better than I thought we were. So the water on the track is coming down, so we are going to switch to inters now. So as it stands, we'll be going through to the next qualification round. Now these speeds here don't count in the next qualification round, unfortunately. Send out with... the handling gone down? No, the handling's improved, so that's fine. We'll see if we can push you that a little bit further that way again. Stick you out on the inters. I desperately want great across the board. We've got good here, excellent, great. Can we get the low speed cornering just that touch more? Maybe. We'll see how that works. Stick you out on inters, and you can both fuck off back out. You need to be here quickly though, because we need that flying lap. Alright. Should be able to do it. Laps are sort of like 125. We've got this, so you should get through and be able to get a full lap out. So where we're looking at the minute, we're overheated and good, overheated and perfect. See, Lahane is just that little bit better, despite the fact he is dumb. So they're on their flying lap. I'd say we have qualified already, so it doesn't really matter too much. For me, it's about getting that fine-tuning perfect. Obviously, if we manage to get 4th and 5th, wonderful, wonderful. I mean, that would be fucking ideal for us. We have got the worst car on the grid, so starting ahead of people will be useful. Casino and Lahane, first and second at the minute. That doesn't mean fuck all though. There's a few more drivers racing around. 3 in fact, 4 in fact. But coming first and second there, it's a nice confidence boost for us. Especially when you consider we've got the worst car and the worst drivers. I mean, we can't argue with that. That's lovely. That is perfect, boys. So that is a fantastic start to our qualifying. So now it's qualifying 2. Look at that, like 2 seconds ahead of next. That's just beautiful. Right, now take the qualifying. So it's still wet, fortunately. So I think the wetness is helping us because we haven't got to worry about anything else. We're going to switch to inters. I don't think we're going to have to worry about anything else too much. Good. We were great there. That's the thing. So we need to bring the cornering back this way, was it? More or less. We'll keep the rest of it. We're not going to mess around with it too much. We'll take those inters again. We don't want to ruin all of our inters. This guy, where were we? Good, excellent. I'm not going to fuck around with it too much. We can't go any further without messing anything else up. Do we? Fuck it, we'll do it. I don't fucking mind. Go back on the old inters as well. So, off you go. Off you go. First out again. Let's get this clean air optimization automatic. And then we'll push through the speeds here. So we've got overheated and overheated, overheated and overheated. Overheated perfect, overheated perfect. So I don't know what we're going to do here. So they're now starting their flying laps. So what did they get in the last one? They got 119 in the last one, if I remember rightly. That was their fastest each. Inters will be coming off afterwards. We may have to go into super softs. Saying that if they get a real fast speed, we might not even send them out. 119, 119. So did Allo. So did NATO got 117. Fucking hell. So we're getting pushed down here very, very quickly. So we will be going for another lap. We're getting shoved down. Christ, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a bit of a turnaround from the previous race. Previous qualifying. But we'll see what we can do. So water on a track is now minimum. So we will go for the super softs, and we do have a 15% performance increase, remember. So we're back up to normal here. Let's get these super softs on. And you can go out. Great, excellent, great. See, that's just needed a little bit of just messing around with. Super softs are on. Both out as quickly as possible. I'll let you do all this again, guys. That's fine. So as you can see, quite a few people are now switching back to the super softs because there's no water on the track. At least the water that is on the track is very minimal, and the track grip is going up. Tyre temps are a bit low. Fucking go harder then. Perfect and good for this one. Lovely. Lehane got perfect and good for his clean air optimization. Again, I have no idea what it fucking does. So Casino set a new fastest sector, which is always nice to see. Bill Lehane set a new fastest sector for 2. So how do we look? First and second here, 115. They're getting pushed down again though. 113 for Landvik. Very, very quickly getting pushed down again. And again, everyone's on the faster tyres now. So, that being said, we have qualified for Q3. I don't know how I feel about it, because we do have to stay on these really bad tyres. That's the problem. I know it sounds bad, you know. Yeah, we're starting further up the field, but we've got shitty tyres, you know. Gift horse in the mouth and all that. Gift horse in the mouth, but that's fine. That's fine. We know we're going to start at least 9th or 10th. Now, I am tempted to just switch the tyres up to new tyres and not even bother sending them out. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to get any closer to this. We'll see how it goes. Take qualifying. It's a lovely day. We'll do one lap. Send you out on some fresh tyres. Off you go. Send you out on fresh tyres as well. And we're going to do the one lap, and then we're going to bring them back in, and that's going to be it. Because I don't want to be having to deal with tyre degradation straight away, you know. I only want to do this in 2, maybe 3 pit stops at the most. If I can, I'd like to do it in 1. But we'll see how it goes. But they are going to do one lap. We probably will only get 9th and 10th. Everyone else is going to be messing around with theirs, but it's fine. Overheated cold, overheated perfect. So, as you can see, they're already at 87 and 88% for their tyre deg. So they're going to do this lap. They're going to come in. We may change the tyres. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, if we change the tyres, we end up sending them out. But no, I don't think we'll bother. I think we'll let them do their flying lap. We'll bring them in. They can deal with the 70-odd%. 115, which is what we got previously. 114. Someone got 113, if I remember previously as well. So once they're in, they're in. That's it. We're not going to send them back out. I want to keep our tyres as good as possible. 71%, 74%. I'm happy with those. Let's see, Landvik's on this 113. 113 and 74%. 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 1 9th and 10th. Yeah, that's fine. We'll sit there. I'm not worried. I'm holding on to these tyre percentages. That being said, we can send them out last minute, not get them on their flying lap. Yeah, it's cheeky, isn't it? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. When it gets to 1 minute, we're going to send them out, and then they're going to get like a tyre with 99%. Is that bad? Will that work? I don't know. Will it work? It might work. No, fuck off. Wait a minute. Right, so send out on new tyres. Send out on new tyres. See if this works, shall we? Because we know it's at least a minute round, yeah? And there's only 20 seconds left. So they can't make their flying lap. That's it. Yeah, see, they're out now. So they got 96%, 94%. Will it work? If it does, it's cheeky as fuck, and I love it. We'll find out in a minute. I will fucking love it if that's worked. Because we're going to need to win this. We're going to need to be really clever with our pit stops, you see. Really fucking clever. And we might be clever enough. But we are starting in 9th and 10th for our race. Barnaby White is apparently disappointed. Arturo Casino has no chance of catching. And Lars Olin. Blue Ball Racing suck. Fuck you. Good effort from Blue Ball Racing. Literally in love with Arturo Casino. Yeah, so we're going to head into it. Now, I didn't think, considering that we've got the worst fucking team, we done too bad. And now we can use our super soft and our race trim. So we're going to get another performance increase that we didn't have before. We're going to leave everything here as the same. As you can see, we are locked into these tyres. And oh no, we're not locked into these tyres. I think we're locked into the tyre type. Anyway, we've got to change the fuel down anyway. So 28 lap race. Now, these tyres can do 7 to 9 laps. So 28 divided by 3, well, 27 divided by 3 is 9, isn't it? So we're going to go with 9 laps, and then we're going to come in. However, with this guy, as you can see, he gets 8 to 10. Now, I'm not sure we're going to get 9 laps out of Casino. I don't think his smoothness is good enough for us to be able to do it. But we are going to see if we can get 10 laps out of Lehane. Now, actually no. Yeah, we're going to do this, and then we're going to make them both push. So we know he's going to be coming in first, and we don't want him coming in at the same time. So we're going to go push and medium. Yeah, we're going to go push and medium to start with, just to give him that little bit of a shunt. So Olin, Landvik, Lei, Okamoto, and Naito are our first 5 on the grid, and we are 9th and 10th respectively. Now, as you can see, we've got this harvest mode and this power mode. Now, we can't use this in the first lap. It needs time to actually build up. Casino has pushed past Lehane. Lehane's dropped down to 11th. Casino is now up to 9th. He hasn't going to lose a position here by the looks of things. In fact, they all are. 10th and 12th. I mean, if we finish 10th and 12th, we're good, honestly. Clearly, we want to go higher than that, but we're both dropping positions. Casino is holding briefly onto 10th. He's now pushed past up again for 9th. Lehane's still 13th. So we're going to slow this down a little bit. Now, coming out of this corner here in a minute for Casino, we're going to use a boost on the straight. And we're going to do the same for Lehane. So we're going to get to here, and we're going to go boom. So hopefully, this little bit of percentage is going to get us clear a little way of 10th. Lehane's managing to keep up. 10th did still manage to keep up with us. But it's just giving us that little advantage to get ahead. And it's only 3% boost, but it's enough to just bang. So 78% on our tyres, 7.31 on the fuel. We're going to get Casino to go to overtake, and we're going to get Lehane to go high. We're going to bring his driving style down. We want his tyres to last that little bit longer. So Casino is still in 9th. Lehane is down in 14th. Let's have a quick look at Lehane. So he's got a chance here to get past a few people. If he gets his driver's line right. I've done that a little bit early, but you know, he's got a chance to catch up. Casino, yeah, he's doing alright here. He can potentially gain a position here, especially if we do this. So Casino's now up to 8th. And he loved that. He's now up to 7th, even better. So we've got 6 laps of fuel. We're going to probably have to come in before that. That's why we're burning through some of this fuel. Lehane has the opportunity to push if he really wanted to. I'd have braked a lot later there, but I'm a terrible driver, so... Now he has gained 13th. Casino is not far behind 6th. In fact, he's not far behind 6th, 5th and 4th, to be honest. He is clearing away from 8th a little way. We're going to give him that a little bit of a boost to just help him on his way. Lehane catching up. He's going to get overtaken by 14th in a second. He's going to drop a position. It looks like it may have been a collision there, but who knows. Casino set a new personal best sector. He's still 7th. Coming up here. Let's have a look at the guys here. Our tyre deg is getting a little bit low compared to the others, so we're going to go neutral here. And we're also going to go high for the engine mode. We're going to slow things down a little bit. We're going to go conserve with Lehane. Lehane's now gained a position and he enjoyed it. Look. Eat my dust. Casino, shall we give you a push? Not quite yet, I don't think. Actually, no, yeah, we will do. There you go. Casino's got a little bit of a push. And he's keeping up with his front pack. It's just his tyre degradation's a little bit worse than everyone else's. That's fine, though. I think the tyre deg's going to last for the fuel. And we're keeping up just fine. Lehane's going to push along the back straight here. Or the front straight, whatever you want to fucking call it. He's going to go boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Casino's about to lose 7th place to 8th, but that's fine. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm not expecting us to do very well in this race. We're the worst team on the grid. You're going to win that position back like that, see? And then you're going to push away a little way. Lehane is still holding on to that 12th place. He's managed to fight 13th, while 13th being Gatto, which is actually Italian for cat, if I remember rightly. I might be wrong. If I am, please correct me in the comments. And I'm also fully aware that this is running a little bit long. Yes, your tyres are a little bit warm, but you're going to go one more lap. You're going to overtake. And you're going to push there. And then you're going to pit. Now, we get a performance bonus on the Super Soft, and they also last longer. There is 22 laps remaining. This is 11 to 13 laps. So that's what we're going to go with. We're also going to go with 12 laps of fuel. Park conditions are okay. Battery recharge, I'm not going to worry about. We're not going to worry. See, we're gonna exit behind these guys anyway, so we're just going to go with a balanced. So we're going to push Lehane. We know Casino is coming in. Lehane is going to go one more. We're going to get him to push past after this corner as well. There you go. Come on. Outstrip, 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 outstrip. There we go. That's a nice push. So we had 2 cars overtaking at the same time. Unfortunately, he's let the other guy ahead of him, so we've not really gained anything there. Casino, he's taking it easy. He's taking it easy, which is fine. We don't want him to go too mad. We can push him to attack into here, though. So, anyone else coming in for pits? No one's coming in for pits. Lehane, you're coming in on the next one. You're going to take the Super Softs as well. You get 12 to 14 laps out of yours, though. So, there's 21 left. So you get 12 to 14. So if we do that, yeah, fine. So fuel options. What happens if we... Doesn't really matter. Go 10. There we go. So if you go neutral, save those. Keep on the high on the overtake. How's Casino doing? taking forever to fuel up, and they've made a mistake. They would have made a mistake. That's fine though, everyone else has got a pit still. Only 20th behind us. Yeah, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Just ignore it. So 20th was Allo. I don't know where he was. Lahane is coming up to 10th now. And we're going to get him to push along this bit here. Hopefully he's going to hold his position coming in. Casino is quite a way off the pace. 16 seconds off the pace. We do know that people are going to start pitting soon though, so he may be able to regain his position. As you can see, there's a group of people sat in here. He does have 17% charge, and we're going to use that charge here, and we'll hopefully get ahead of a few people. Unfortunately, one of those people is Lahane, our own teammate. We've only gained a couple of positions. Lahane is now last, but still got people needing to come in, so who knows. If we look at Lahane, 12 seconds off the pace. Olin, he's quite a way ahead. He's not coming in just yet. Neither is Landvik, neither is NATO. We have pitted a little bit early, but that's fine. I'm going to go neutral because our tyre's going a little bit high. I'm going to hit overtake. Same with this guy here. I think Lahane may end up coming in first, even though he's got a better tyre deg. We'll see how it goes. Park condition, good. Park condition, good. Can't argue with those. Let's see if we can get ahead of 16th. Come on, Lahane. You got to pull your finger out, mate. Seriously. What the fuck are you doing? Get going. So Casino's just gained 16th place. Lahane cocked up massively. So let's push this forward again. Zoom it in. How far can we zoom in? That's about as far as we can zoom in. That's fine. Casino has just dropped another position. So I don't know what's going on with him. 18th looks like it's going to fall out soon. Mincer, he's got some real big part problems. These guys are all going to be picking soon. I should imagine Higgins might be, Parton might be, White might be, Gatto should be. So top 10 and maybe 3 more will be pitting. They haven't pitted yet, so we are going to gain a few positions out of that. As you can see, some people are pulling into the pits now. Not necessarily gaining positions, but definitely gaining pace. Now, push and push. So Lahane gained 1 position. That's fine. These guys are still needing to pit. They are a long way ahead of us. That is the only concern. Now, for us to reach our target, we need to finish 15th and 16th. Now we're a little bit off the pace at the minute. So we're looking to finish 8th this season for the team, for the Constructors Championship, and that does, like I say, require us finishing 15th and 16th for every race. Now, 13th and 14th, we're doing well. Obviously, we want to do as good as we can, but these are the positions we need. Basically, these are positions where we should be looking to finish. Now, when we get the new part coming, we will be giving it to our better driver, whether that's Casino or Lahane. We're going to concentrate on whoever comes first, basically. I'm kind of leaning towards Lahane because of his smoothness, but I don't know yet. Casino's now up to 11th. Lahane's up to 12th, I think. No, dropped down to 13th. I thought he dropped up to 12th. 10th is looking knackered. Now he's going to have to pit for some repairs soon. Kind of worried again about how little fuel we have here. 4.3. Yeah, don't worry, mate. I'm going to pit you both anyway. So we're going to get Lahane to attack and overtake. We're going to drop his fuel down quite a way. We're going to get you to go high. We're going to conserve a little bit of your fuel. So Casino's now 9th. That's always good. He was really fucking happy about that. You can get him to push. Lahane, you can push as well. Maybe see if you can catch up with 10th. And then I'll have a quick look, see how we're looking. So get Lahane to go down to that. So once Lahane's around the corner here, Lahane's going to pit in. So there are 13 laps remaining, supposedly 12 to 14 out of those. So that's what we're going to do. Let's have a look at the weather forecast. Everything's going to be fine. It's 12 to 14, 13 laps remaining. We want him to be able to push, don't we, really? So we're going to go that. No recharging on a battery. Go balance. It's going to take 20 seconds, but I mean, everyone else has still got a pit as yet. So we're going to get these guys both to push as soon as they come out of here. Let's have a quick look at Casino. He's only a little way ahead of Lehane. So we're going to get... Lehane's going to be coming in. Once Lehane's in, Casino will be coming in behind him in that pit. So we're going to get Casino now to hit, because he's got a bit of excess fuel. We'll be keeping an eye on the fuel, obviously, and the tyre deg while he's doing this, but we do want to gain a couple of positions while we can. That's not a bad pit stop. So we're going to switch down to neutral and overtake for him, because he does have the excess fuel. We're going to get Casino to pit. We're going to go with these 11 to 13. Yeah, that should be fine. We're going to go with 12 and a half laps worth of fuel, and we're going to go for a fast, I think. Yeah, we're going to risk a fast pit. So we're going to drop quite a few positions, but again, everyone else will still need to pit as yet, and this should hopefully see us through to the end. Lehane, as I say, has got excess fuel. That's fine. We're going to get him to catch up. So we had a good pit there. Yeah, we've dropped a few positions, but you know, it's not the worst. We've done the wrong push, didn't we? Never mind. But as I say, we've got these guys all going to need to pit soon. Lay especially is going to have to pit. So is Allo. Norris soon. So we're going to gain a few positions. So let's concentrate on Casino briefly. As you can see, he is catching up. We're 8 seconds behind in pace, or 16 seconds behind the leader in pace. But we've just gone past a few people in the pits, and we've gone back up to 15th. Lehane's up to 16th, and these are the positions, as I said, we are looking to target. The 8th, basically what is 8th position. We will gain a few more positions, as long as we can keep the tyre degradation down. We won't need to pit. So we've got 8 laps left. This guy's got plenty of fuel. It's just worried about the tyres now. So we're going to switch them both to green on the tyres, conserve the tyres. I'm not worried about actually having to attack, if that makes sense. We should be able to do this with just out the pits. If all things go to plan, we should be able to just consolidate these 2 positions and move our way up when it comes to pits. So 9, 10 of both pits. So is 13th. We should be able to get rid of 12th place here. Yeah, 12th in. If Lehane's quick enough, he can get ahead of 13th. Not quite quick enough, but he has gained a couple of positions up to 14th. We do know that the rest of the drivers are still having to come in. Casino is catching up on 11th, and he has still got to pit, as you can see here. In fact, first 11 have still all got to pit. 7 is now going in. Who else is going in? Anyone else going in? No one else is going in. 11th hasn't gone in. We're not going to get ahead of 10th, but we can certainly catch up. So, Casino is now up to 12th. Was he 12th anyway? I can't remember now. Lehane is 14th. Casino is going to push along this back stretch here. And as you can see, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th and 5th have all gone into the pits. Now, 1st place is so far ahead it's not going to affect him. However, these guys here, they still haven't gone in. We're going to be able to catch something on those. Yeah, you can get a bit more on your tyres, so can you. So we've now caught up to 11th place and 13th respectively. Now this is well ahead of where we want to be, and that is great. That really is great. I'm going to try and get past him. We're going to give this guy a little bit of a push as well. If we can hold 11th, I'll be happy with an 11th place finish. I'll be very happy with 11th place finish. That is effectively 6th place for us. You know, we're looking for 8th. So I can't argue with that. I mean, 14th will bring us down a little bit, so it's going to be a 7th place finish. But still, keep it going, Casino. Keep it going, Casino. We know that Gatto, who's just ahead of us here, is probably going to have to pit soon. Giuliani definitely going to. Partanen definitely going to. Lehane is still 13th. That's good. So Casino is going to push here. So we have lapped 20th. Lehane is also going to push that little brief bit. We're going to have to dial back on the fuel now. Lehane can keep pushing, but Casino's going to have to dial back on the fuel. Because I've just about got enough to see us through, I think. May even have to go low for a little bit. Fuck it, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Let's go keep it on medium. If it starts saying low fuel, I will switch it. We still got excess fuel, so that's good. Let's get you to push a little bit. Tyres are a little bit cold. Lahane has overtaken for 12th, and Casino has now got 10th. We did take people in the pits, like I thought we would. Higgins was going to have to pit. I'm sure he is going to have to pit. So we've got 1.89 laps of fuel left. So we are going to go low, just to be safe. Excess fuel, we're going to switch it down to high, just in case. We don't want to go too mad. So, how many laps left? What's it, 2 laps left now? So Casino may just lose out a little bit here, which is not going to be good for us. We need hybrid mode. When we get the opportunity to use hybrid mode, we'll be good. But Casino's going to run out of fuel, unfortunately, which is a shame. It is a shame. I don't want to pit him. We could just pit for one lap of fuel. It's like 1 second. It's risky. We'll do it. We'll go for it. We're going to risk it. I know I've not changed tyres, mate. I don't want to change tyres. It's fine. We're going to risk for 1 lap of fuel. We're going to lose loads of positions here, but we're going to risk it. So that's 11th. 14th. See, that was worth doing it. That was worth doing, just for that lap of fuel. We've not lost, really. We've gained... basically we've consolidated our position. So we've got 10th and 14th. I'm happy. I'm happy with 10th and 14th. I weren't happy that we had to go in for that pit stop. We could have got a better position, but honestly, we done good. We done good. We can be proud of these 2 fucking pieces of shit. Very proud indeed. However, that is like an hour and 10 minutes worth of episode, so we're going to call it a day after this. So we're going to get back in. We're going to have a look, see what happened here. Scrutineering. Did anyone have any illegal parts? No rules are broken. That's fine. So we know where we're sitting in the Drivers' Championships. We've got 10th and 13th because that's where we finished in the first race. However, we are sitting 6th. We have 19 points. Now, we are 6 points ahead of Orleans, who are 8th, and that is our minimum finishing position for the season. By the way, I warn you now, you'll see how much money we're going to lose after this race. It's lots of money. Like £1 million we're going to lose after this, because we've got no sponsors, you see. As soon as we start getting sponsors in, we'll be doing better. Now, I know I'm talking over another loading screen, and this is going to take longer, and I said I was going to cut out loading screens, but I was talking anyway, and there we go. And I'm just going to carry on talking just to justify leaving the loading screen up, you know, because that's the kind of person I am. Yeah, and here we go. So, morale has gone up. Their relationships with their mechanics gone up, even though we don't have to worry about this one much longer. Changes haven't increased. Chairman's very happy. We came 6th, so his happiness is up. Marketability's gone up a little way as well. And we lost £1 million. Again, it's because we've got no sponsors. If we get sponsors, we'll be fine. We're going to lose even more money soon, by the way, because we're going to have more engineers and probably better drivers, just to let you know. So, have a quick look in the mail. We've got the contract offer accepted, so that's good. Car condition, yeah, I know. 39 hours to fix, just fucking fix it. Quick interview with Motorsport Heath. Casino has claimed that your brakes seem to be holding the team back. Need more investment to our HQ, that's the heart of the problem. Chairman didn't like it, but it's true. Hard-fought win for Landvik. And yes, let's go with this contract. Let's sign you up and get rid of Elvatina Stakov. However, it's another 59 grand a race that we're going to have to pay out, plus a signing on bonus. But that's fine. We've got a semi-decent... we've got an all-girl team here by the looks of things. We've got a semi-decent engineer now. And when it comes to our staff, we're still bottom. Our drivers are still shit, our car is still shit. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Now, if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what parts you think we should work with. Give me names of drivers you think we should sign. Tell me which drivers I need to look for, because I don't know. If you do know, let me know. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.